What's up, everybody? Kendall here with the Wealthy Legacy Journey. This episode is huge wins and learning curves. This week we purchased our first tax sale ever. That's where the learning curve came in. But also we've had some huge wins with getting that tax sale was actually really exciting. And a bunch of other things. But I wanted to kick off today's episode with the motto. Usually we finish the episode with our motto. If I conquer new frontiers, I explore the unknown. My journey is powerful. My wake is a wealthy legacy. And I wanted to start off the episode today with that and explain to you guys why that's so powerful. We say that every single week. And I don't say this to brag. I just want you to know what I've done in the last 90 days in order to live that out, and how living that out, putting action behind your words, behind what you do, big action, big motion is going to get you results. So in the last 90 days, we've started up Double Dare Your Money. We've begun selling online from resales and garage sales and estate sales, etc. We bought our first tax sale, and all of this while working a full-time job that, in fact, I had a job transition within the last 90 days as well. And so all that to say, I'm right now I'm on my job side. I'm finishing out some acquisition stuff. I'm doing project management. I actually just locked up another deal that I'm working to wholesale right now. And we still have the car accident. There's so many other things in life. Like there's so many reasons to say why this shouldn't be done, couldn't be done, but we're doing it. We're just putting one foot in front of the other and we're making it happen. There's this quote though that I got out of my quiet time this last week by Nicky Gumbel. He said, "Your thoughts become your words become your actions. Each day, choose life-giving thoughts." And I thought this is so good. It's what we think on, we end up saying. What we end up saying becomes what we do. And this is powerful for our faith in the Lord. This is also powerful for the big changes that we're making in our life, like we're building up our wealthy legacy journeys together. So in the last 90 days, I've been thinking on different ways to be able to build wealth. I've been talking on different ways to build wealth, to stay consistent, to stay focused. And those words have then developed into action steps over time. And we've had great successes over the last 90 days. We've had some big fails too, but we're stepping our way forward. Um, there's this good verse that I got this last week, Deuteronomy 31:6. Be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid or in dread of them. For the Lord your God is the one who is going with you. He will not desert you or abandon you. And this quote, this is kind of Nicky Gumbel and some scripture in here together. The answer to fear is this: God promises that he would always go with him. The Lord your God goes with you. Verse 6. God makes the same promise to you and me today. When you are assailed by doubts, discouragement, and difficulties, remember that wherever you go, whatever circumstances, you can ask God to go before you and prepare the way. Therefore, you can be confident, you need not be afraid. This is kind of like a personal moment, but I struggle with fear of the unknown. I really do. For the longest time, did not like doing new things, and still it makes me nervous. I was so nervous at the tax sale the other day doing something new. When I was a kid growing up, I wanted to be able to have everything figured out, or I didn't want to try it at all. I've had to learn how to get over myself, get past that fear in order to have success in this journey, because you're not going to be able to figure it out. I've been in real estate for 5 years. I've gone to a couple tax sales over the last few months. I still hit a learning curve and made a mistake at the last tax sale. It won't be, the end. I'm going to tell you guys what it is, but it was a little bit painful. But even with eBay, like we started with $74.58 in Double Dare Your Money. We lost most of that capital. We had $12 left. And this week we actually ended up selling that little light switch we bought for $2 for 16. We got $16.01 profit. We 8 times our money on that light switch. $16 might not seem like a huge deal, but when you consider that we had $12, we spent $2 on the switch and $8 on the bread maker. I ended up taking us a little bit to get the bread maker listed because I wanted to be able to make a loaf of bread to show it working, all that kind of stuff. But then, we basically have more money now than before we bought the Switch and the bread maker, and we can go out to another tax sale. Now, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. The last few weeks, I've been working 6 days. It's been wearing me out. And so this week, I actually got to record. This is a Thursday. I'm not recording this on a Monday morning at 6 a.m. or a Saturday night. I wanted to get this done during the week. But I think this weekend we're going to take a break. I need to take a breather, not go out on Saturday just for this week, and go back at it again. It's raining anyway, so the weather's not great. And I think we're going to just kind of try to recoup as a family, and then we're going to go back after it next weekend. But just with eBay, as I was saying a minute ago, in the last 90 days, we've gone from nothing to, let me see. Let me just show you all. 90-day total, 463. Can you see that? I don't know if you can look. 90-day total, 463. We've got 9 things sold, 6 active, and we've got $167 right now just sitting in eBay. Can you even see that? $167.63. This came from, some of that stuff just came from stuff that was sitting around our house. Some of that stuff came from garage sales. And there's more cash than that because we sold $80 not of golf balls, not on eBay. And some of that, the 462 doesn't account for all the eBay fees and stuff. But that's the value that we've generated in the marketplace, almost $1,000, almost $500 that we've created in the last 90 days. And a lot of that's been within the last 30 days because we just did this major pivot whenever we realized like the route we were trying to do at first with Double Dare Your Money wasn't working. And so now the pitfall to avoid, and you're going to be able to just see this is what works and this is what doesn't work because you're watching it real time. That's what makes you really excited. Some of that stuff was sitting around our house, like I said, and we sold a lot of the stuff that was sitting around the house in just 2 weeks. In fact, somebody just yesterday gave us 2 pairs of brand new shoes that they weren't doing anything with. And Libby was like, you can just list these on eBay. It takes 2 seconds to do it. And he was like, I don't even want to mess with it. Why don't you guys just take it? If you want to list them, do whatever you want. And it was like, there was a time where we would have done the same thing. And now, because we have it all set up on our phone, it literally takes us like 5 minutes to list something on eBay. And then it takes 10 minutes to drop it off at the post office whenever somebody orders it. And we'll probably make $50 off of each of those pairs of shoes. They're new in the box, just they haven't been used. And just kind of a wild situation. Now, it's not a part of Double Dare Your Money, but it's a part of your like wealth building journey. Like I am building some wealth in doing it. We figured like, hey, why not just do this on the side while we have doing Double Dare Your Money because we're already doing it. So let's just keep doing more of it. And it gives me chances to practice like, well, what is it like whenever I do a bidding? For example, we have 117 new golf balls. That wasn't a part of Double Dare Your Money. We had sold $80 shag. So we had 3.5x our money already from what we originally invested in the golf balls. It's like, hey, let's just take these other 117 that are brand new in the box, put them up on an auction. Well, that $117 golf balls, as of the time of this recording, they're still sitting there with one 99-cent bid. So I might end up selling 100 golf balls for 99 cents and realize that's not something I want to do again. But I got the chance to just practice and see, and I already made money. I already profited on the deal. And so now it's like, well, if I only make 99 cents there, I had an opportunity to learn. If it ends up going up, I just make more money. So like either way I win, which is really exciting. Another thing that was cool, when turning this clutter into just fast cash was with those 2 CD players. So we actually I started them up. They wouldn't spin. It sounded like it would turn on, but like it wouldn't spin the CD. And so it wouldn't play music. We just sold those CD players today. We bought those for $2 each. So a total of $4. Sold them on eBay for $4 each. A total of $8. We doubled our money and they don't even work. I bought them and the plan was to be able to sell each of them for I think like $25. But unfortunately, because they were broken, we weren't able to obviously sell them for $25 at the top of the market. But the fact that we still doubled our money, we were going to 10x our money. We didn't 10x our money. We still doubled our money. And I learned when you buy electronics from a garage sale, make sure you take batteries. Make sure you take stuff to be able to test stuff out because you want to make sure that things work. I'm so glad that the bread maker worked. because after seeing the CD players not work, I was kind of freaking out like, is that bread maker not going to work? Because I really need that to work so I can sell that. And I've got that thing listed right now for $100 or best offer. And we've already had a view on it, and it's only been up for a couple days. And so we'll see how that one goes. It might end up dropping the price. I expect to be able to sell it hopefully for like $40 to $60. I want to circle back though on that tax sale and learning curve with that. So I bought this tax sale, and there's this right of redemption period in Texas, and I'm not going to go into all the stuff. So what I'm doing right now is I took a $10,000 and I'm building out the $10,000 to $100,000 portion of Double Dare Your Money. And so right after this, I'm actually going to go ahead and record that video. That is going to be a part of the paid Double Dare Your Money. So 0 to 1,000 is free, and then once you get to 1,000 to 10,000, it's just a small fee. And basically that way I can get paid to help walk you guys through this process. And I'm walking the road first. Most of the money that I'm going to end up making is going to come from investments, but that way, we can actually build something really exciting and fun here by having you guys engaged at the higher levels. And so I'm building out at the same time as I'm building out, the 0 to 10,000 journey. I'm going into more of what is my lane in real estate, going from 10,000 to 100,000. And but one of the things that I learned was I kind of got burned on the redemption thing, which, praise the Lord, if it had gone the wrong direction, I would have had to end up having to wait like a year and a half to sell this lot. But because of how things worked out on it, I only have to actually wait 3 more months because of that redemption period, which we'll get a lot into more on the Double Dare Your Money $10,000 to $100,000 bracket. So that was a weight of relief. But we bought that deal for $13,000. Tax value on it's $27,000 and some change. Comped out as 2 acres put together. It's worth about $21,000 an acre. But it's also already 2 legal lots. You can see in the description. So we need to get a survey of it. But if we could sell 2 almost 1 acre lots, we might be able to sell those for about $25,000 a piece, because the smaller the land, the more it's worth. And so then you're talking about we might be pushing $50,000 on the deal. Now, I'd rather sell for less so we can sell it quickly, get our capital back, make a return, and flip it onto the next deal. But, the fact of there's so much potential in the deal we just bought, it's extremely exciting. Another cool thing that we're exploring with that is in that deal, Libby and I used $9,750 of our own money, and then we brought in a JV partner at $3,250. And we broke that down. And so inside of Double Dare Your Money, I explained how we structured that, why we structured it the way we did, who gets what percentages, how we get paid out, when stuff gets paid out, and all that kind of good stuff. So if you want to know more about the $10,000 to $100,000 journey, make sure you check out Double Dare Your Money when that comes around. I'm not going to put it out until I've finished, but over the next, few months, probably through the end of this year of 2024, I'll be building that out. I'll talk about it here and there on the Wealthy Legacy journey. My goal is like early 2025 to be able to release from 0 to $100,000 of Double Dare Your Money and show you what that process looks like all the way through. But it was a learning curve. Another thing came up on my LLC that I had to get figured out. And so I'm doing all this stuff. And then I've also, got just so many other moving plates. But I really hope that recording these videos, because it has started to take up a little bit more of my time lately. I'm recording these. I hope that, this is actually able to build something that other people want to grow with, and that you guys are getting some sort of value from this. So anyways, but yeah, we've, basically had an 8X on that light switch, being able to do that, hoping on that bread maker to about 5X our money, double our money on broken CD players, and just had a couple of other, good wins on that front. And then the tax sale, being able to buy that at, who knows, we could probably sell it for 2 to 3X what we bought it for, which isn't a huge ROI, but when you're talking about being able to make 13, 26 plus $1,000 on a single deal that you paid 13 for, that's exciting. And it starts taking us to that $100,000 goal really quickly. Because I set a big goal of going from $10,000 to $100,000 in just 1 year, with no debt and no capital injections. Just we are doing some JVs at that point when we cross the $10,000 threshold. I don't think we're going to do capital injections. We might end up doing some capital injections. We'll see. but I'd love to see the experiment be pure too. So we'll end up seeing. But I think the JV is a great thing to explore once you start getting, more confident with what you're doing. And that just gives you access to more capital. You do have to give up a percentage of the deal. But it wasn't maybe as big as you think it would be. But I don't want to give too much away because I'm going to talk about it in Double Dare Your Money. And I want you guys to come to Double Dare Your Money. So I hope you guys are excited about making your money into more money like I am. Oh, I want to tell you guys about something too. I just recorded a video, how to build wealth, and in that video, I released the. You know what? I'll include it in this video too. Wealth health checkup Google sheet that really helps to break down. Um, how do I put it? It breaks down. You have your cash flow statement, so if your income versus your expenses. It also has your net worth statement, your assets, and your liabilities. And it also shows your buying power abilities. And so you can break all those down and see, really where you stand. What's the most unhealthy places of your wealth health journey as you're building your wealthy legacy, and what are the healthy places, what are the unhealthy places where you need to focus some time, energy, and attention. And man, with that said, I think that's all the updates for this week. And I still have to record the that $10,000 to $100,000 Double Dare Your Money. So I think with that said, I'm going to close this out with prayer and their identity mantra. So Lord, I just pray that if there's anybody here who hasn't experienced a personal relationship with you, anybody here who, as they're going through the wealth legacy journey, they're experiencing just some fear or unsureness, or even if they're going through their life and just trying to figure out what does it look like to even build wealth, to walk this journey, I pray that they wouldn't do it alone. And Lord, I pray that the number one person that they would connect with is you, Jesus. And God, I just pray that they would reach out to you and say, I want to do this journey in a special way. I want to connect with the Lord as I go through this. And that you would use this channel and these episodes as a vessel to communicate your love and your consistency and your grace and your awesomeness to everybody who listens. In Jesus' name I pray, amen. And to our identity mantra, I'm going to say it first, you say it after me. I explore the unknown. I conquer new frontiers. My journey is powerful, and my wake is a wealthy legacy. And guys, I want to remind you that wealthy is simply the ability to cover your monthly expenses without having to lift a finger. It isn't some huge, unreachable goal of millions and millions of dollars. It's simply, could you be in a place where you wouldn't have to work again if you didn't want to, or if something came up and you couldn't work, would you be okay? And legacy is leaving a long-lasting impact on others who come after you as they receive the fruit of your labor, whether that be fruit, be good or bad. Everybody's going to leave a legacy. So remember, guys, plant good seeds, cultivate good trees that'll produce good fruit. Also, guys, I want to remind you that the Google Docs is in the description below. You can go there for all the resources for the Wealth Legacy journey, some of the book reports, all of the quotes that we do and all that kind of stuff. They'll be down there. I'm also going to include the Google Sheet and the video for the Wealth Health Checkup. So make sure you guys check that out because I think it'll be really healthy and great for your journey. It's something that I've implemented into my journey to show myself just like a good visualization on a color-coded kind of way of where am I weak, where am I strong. So I would love for you guys to be able to have access to that resource as well. With all that said, guys, this has been another episode dedicated to you and your own personal wealthy legacy journey. Thanks so much for hanging out with me, and I will see you guys on the next episode. Bye.